I am Andrew Schwalm. I'm the Manager of Marketing and Communications at FMA. FMA is a financial consulting, training, and outsourcing firm. We exclusively serve nonprofit organizations nationwide and increasingly worldwide, both virtually and from our 3 offices. We're in New York, Chicago, and San Francisco. And an important part of our mission is building the fiscal literacy capacity in the nonprofit sector. Not just for C-level leaders, though of course we find that they often need it, but for board members, program staff, really anyone who works at a nonprofit. And we think that understanding a nonprofit's finances are really critical. And we've partnered with GuideStar because we really believe in the value of the exchange and think that one of the first steps to being comfortable with your organization's finances is taking that step of being transparent about them, sharing them publicly, and keeping them up to date. So we were really kind of delighted at the opportunity to offer our Certified Nonprofit Accounting Professional course for a 40% discount. So this Certified Nonprofit Accounting Professional course, which we call CNAP for short, is really the only nationally recognized certification program for nonprofit accounting professionals. We're seeing more certification programs pop up locally, but they're sort of startups at this point. And it provides comprehensive training on every component of a nonprofit's financial management. And I'll talk more about that in a second, but so you won't learn how your specific payroll system interacts with your specific accounting software, but you'll learn sort of bigger scope things like how your payroll cycles will impact your cash flow, for example. For CPAs, if you are one, you know about CPEs, and they are available through this course. And the course is delivered online via 7 live webinars. They start September 4th and run from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern for 7 weeks. But I'm also pleased today to announce that we are going to launch, I know September 4th is coming up quickly, so for many of you that might be a hard date to meet, but we're going to announce an accelerated course that starts later in October. So the discount is 40% off. It's normally $775, and it's available at $465, and that discount will apply to the accelerated CNAP course as well. So you might be sitting there and saying, is this really like something that applies to me, right? Like what is a CNAP course going to teach me? And in the broadest scope, right, we're talking about financial reporting, things like reports to your board members, your stakeholders, that sort of thing. Internal controls, knowing whether whether you're handling petty cash in the proper way. Budget development, right? This is a big one, right? CNAP helps you kind of get your arms around how to structure the budgeting process in your organization. And then, of course, like the IRS Form 990, that's something that every organization has to deal with. And the course helps also walk you through sort of how you engage with an auditor, how to hire an auditor, for instance. And then there's a real sort of a self-assessment component that encourages you to bring your organization's documents, your records to the course, and sort of work through and get a sense of where your organization stacks up. So if you're wondering whether this is for you, I mean, we obviously have a position that fiscal literacy is critical for everyone who works in a nonprofit. But really, if you're taking on new fiscal responsibilities, you're managing a program budget, or you're really just interested in learning more about, what the financial dynamics are at work in your organization, the CNAP course can really be crucial. And I'm sure you followed the story of the Ice Bucket Challenge and its impact on ALS, and I think there's been a lot of kind of financial misinformation that's circulated around that story. So having a really solid understanding of nonprofit finance can help you make sense of some of the reporting, even if it's not even remotely related to your job. On the other hand, if you are a finance person at your organization, you're probably saying, I need specifics. What is this course going to really help me with? And here are some of the questions that the CNAP course helps you deal with. Understanding how to value contributed goods, what a cash flow projection should look like, how you should approach the annual budgeting process, or even what the difference is between an operating, capital, or cash budget if your organization doesn't already do those. So that's the CNAP course in a nutshell. I know we've already had I think more than 20 of your peer organizations take advantage of the discount for the upcoming course. And remember that there's an accelerated version that starts in October, and you can find information about that on our website. And you can of course reach out to me with any questions you have. And with that, I will hand this on over to Caroline.